Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at what Mr. Seinfeld was talking about when he said getting sober is like...
It's like knocking over a Coke machine. You can't do it in one push. You gotta rock it back and forth a few times, and then it goes over.
That's beautiful.
Have you ever tried to tip over a pop machine? If you have, you know it takes a lot more than just one big push. You lean into it, it moves a little, then swings back. You push again, it rocks a bit further, but comes right back. You need to build momentum with every small effort until you finally topple it. That's what getting clean feels like. It's rarely a one-shot deal. Rather, it's a series of small pushes, each one building on the last, until you finally have enough momentum and the machine topples. Remember that each push takes effort. Often loved ones get very discouraged and say things that lead to the addict giving up when they aren't successful on the first push, and then they must start all over. It's about momentum. Relapses or slips aren't the end of the world. For parents watching their children struggle, it can be hard to see those little movements when you're desperate for that end result. But the most important part is to keep the momentum going and to encourage them. When in the thick of addiction, shame is the weight holding them back. Every relapse feels like proof that you're not strong enough. Every lie you've told and bridge you've burned adds to the pile. And that shame is there, whispering, "Why even try? You'll never change." It's hard. Those first few pushes may not look like much. You push and it barely moves. Every time you choose to try again, to reach out for help, to go to a meeting, or to stay sober for one more day, you are rocking that machine. The effort may not look like success yet, but it's setting the stage for the tipping point. As a parent, it's easy to mistake those little movements for failure. You might see your child try and relapse, and it feels like starting from zero, but they're not starting over. Each push leaves a mark. It shifts something inside, even if you can't see it yet. The key is to recognize that progress isn't always visible. So what can you do as a parent? First, understand that recovery isn't a straight line. It's a series of pushes, and each one matters. Instead of focusing on the final outcome, celebrate the effort. Did they admit they need help? That's a push. Did they show up to a meeting? Another push. Even a conversation about change, no matter how small, is a step toward tipping that machine. Second, avoid adding to the weight of shame. Saying things like you've tried before and failed, or when are you going to get it together, only makes the machine harder to move. Instead, remind them of their strength. Acknowledge their effort. Say, "I see you trying and I'm proud of you for not giving up." Those words might be the push they need to keep going. Finally, take care of yourself. Watching someone you love struggle with addiction is exhausting. You can't push their machine over for them, but you can be there to cheer them on. Set boundaries to protect your own well-being, and remember that your support is most effective when you're healthy and grounded. Recovery takes time, and tipping the machine might take more effort than you ever imagined. But don't give up. Each push matters. Each small victory builds momentum. So whether you're the one rocking the machine or cheering from the sidelines, remember this: change is possible. And when the machine finally tips, the effort will all be worth it. Thanks for tuning in, and if you know someone who might benefit from seeing this video, please share it with them. And if you've ever wondered how to support your loved one without enabling, you won't want to miss the next video.